Hey everyone, welcome back to Walt and Sarah's channel. Today we are going to embroider a name onto this baby blanket. Now I got this blanket online. I think I paid anywhere from $3 to $4, so I'm pretty excited. So I mean, it's just a plain pink blanket. I'm not going to take the seams apart, so I'm going to be embroidering right over both layers of the blanket. Now I went back and forth trying to debate, do I want to use the fluffy side? Do I want to use the minky side? I couldn't really decide until the very last minute. I decided to put the name on the bubbly minky side. That by itself can be a little bit of a challenge because you want to line it up with the little dots as best as you can while also keeping your image on top. The other thing I'm going to switch up on this blanket is I'm going to put the name down at the bottom. And I don't mean down at the bottom of the corner as I normally do names, but if the baby has it across her lap, the name is going to be down at her feet. And the reason I'm doing that is because of the shape of this blanket. It is a true rectangle. It is super long left to right, and then from top to bottom it's super short compared to the left to right measurement. So just to kind of fill it up a little bit, I don't really see the name looking good being on the corner of this one. So I'm going to do it down at the bottom, which you'll see better later. So the next step is to take our blanket and fold it directly in half. Now having the bubbles kind of does help because it's going to give us a straight line. So I'm going to take my marker and do a little bit of some uneven lines, but then I'm going to take the ruler and give myself a direct line of where I need my image center to go. After I have my solid purple line, now this is washable ink, so I'm not worried about it staining. I know it works really well. So I'm going to put a pin right where this line is, and that's going to tell me exactly where I need to put my stabilizer. Now where I put this pin is a little higher up than where I would want the name, so I'm actually going to use this as my high point. So the name is going to be from the pin down. I am using this soft and stay. I'm going to use 2 pieces of it. Since the blanket is already 2 layers, I'm not really too worried about puckering. I feel like the soft and stay is going to make it okay, and especially with it being against the baby's skin, if it happens to go directly against her skin, I don't really have to worry about it scratching her as if I use the cutaway stabilizer. Just as before, I'm trying to get as close as I can, so I'm pulling out the ruler. I know that my design is about 2.5 inches by 6, so I'm just trimming down my stabilizer a little bit bigger than what the name is going to be because I want to make sure that it stays on the stabilizer and doesn't come off of it at all. So I am a little bit more generous when it comes to this rather than any other material, but that's fine because if it saves our medium from getting ruined, I'm all about it. Of course, we're going to save money in the long run as opposed to having to rebuy blankets every time we mess up the name. A little trick that I've learned is to take your stabilizer, fold it in half, put it where your center point is, and then you can just spray it into place. So I'm using 2 layers of spray here because the first one stuck really well, the second one not so much. So I do not want the stabilizer to move. I'm using this temporary adhesive. Now the next thing I'm going to do is get my hoop ready. I am using the Durkee hoops, which requires this tearaway sticky stabilizer. This is going to keep my blanket on my machine without it wiggling around. So technically my blanket is getting 3 layers of stabilizer, but this is tearaway. You're not really going to see it. You will see the soft one, but that's okay because it is very light. As you can barely see it right now before the stitches are even on there. I feel like the stitches on the back are going to be more of a distraction than the actual stabilizer, but we need to do what we need to do to keep our stitches in place. The next step is to attach our blanket to our hooping system. So because I'm using the Durkee hoops, I'm going to actually use my table grid and then I'm going to line it up. So this is going to help me line up the blanket and the hoop to the center of the table. Now I'm going to take that same pin that I used to mark my center, then I'm going to move it over to the edge here. Now my design is 6 inches and the hoop is 7 inches, so I know I have space on my left and right to put some pins without it hitting the machine. So now the real fun begins. We can actually start embroidering our blanket. I am so excited. I can't wait to see how this turns out. Now I did do a knockdown stitch around the actual name because I wanted to make sure that with this bubbly type of material, it does pop. I'm using black for the knockdown stitch and then almost like a beigey rose gold for the actual name. I feel like this color combination is really going to make this blanket. Just some words of advice, don't forget to trace your image before you begin embroidering. Now, because I'm using a raised satin stitch design, this image is going to take almost an hour, just under an hour at the slow 400 speed. So instead of recording the whole thing and wasting my battery or taking up all the memory on my phone, I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna stop the video and then we'll come back. So you won't be bored. You'll be able to see a finished product. Voila, here it is, guys. This is the finished product. It looks so good. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so this is just my knockdown stitch. We are not done yet. We want it to be 3D. We want it to be cool looking. So we still have to put that pink rose gold kind of color on top, and we still need to use our 3D puff to make that font really pop out. As promised, we have the 3D puff, and now it is time for that pretty metallic-y pink to get rolling. Look how pretty it is, guys. Oh my gosh, I love it already. And it's not even finished yet. We still need to go wash off the 3D puff, and then we also need to throw the blanket into the washer and dryer to see how it holds up. The next step is to give this pretty little blanket a bath. This is where all the extra puff is going to come off, and this is when our letters are going to become 3D. It is like magic, guys. Now, after a wash and dry, this is what it looks like. Unfortunately, it is nighttime now, so I'm using my flash, so the colors are a little off for you guys. But let me tell you, in person, it looks awesome. I absolutely love how big the letters got. I love the black background that makes the name stand out. I think it is so good. We don't have any puckering. It looks so nice, and I cannot wait to put this on my little baby. It is so amazing, and it turned out just as I had hoped. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you like this video, and I hope you subscribe because I do embroidery videos quite often. Thank you, and I will catch y'all next time.